Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. It's randomizer day. I've updated to put the newish stuff in since I didn't do one of these updated last week. Last week's one didn't have the newish stuff, but now it does. Let's just give it a spin, shall we? No ego gifts. All right, that's simple enough. Got a fair bit of 3 stars. Keikor Pong Lu Ring Sang. Don't think I've really used Ring Sing too much too recently. It's so funny. We got Ryoshu, Liuish, Wristband Gregor, Molrodus. Okay. Seems simple enough. Alright, give me a minute to set up these teams, and then we're gonna jump straight into it. Alright, the team has been set up, so let's get into it. Feels like it's been a while since I did an ego giftless run. Probably hasn't been since like a previous Mirror Dungeon, right? Since like 3, probably. Well, let's find other ways. We have to choose this one, Nagel and Hammer. Simple enough. And we can just go for whatever path. We can't choose ego gifts, so we'll just duck and cover here. Okay, we take some damage, but that's fine. And then turn order is you. Alright. Seems good enough. Be a pretty simple run then. No ego gifts means we're just going to be relying on what our centers actually have. Which should work pretty well. Not too concerned about it. I just need to, the main issue, as is often the case, is I need to make sure I don't forget and accidentally take an ego gift. If I do, I can just sell it to shop, I guess. Although, you know, it'll kind of ruin, you know, the run a little bit. That's fine. We can live with it. I'm not too worried about it. You don't really need ego gifts a lot of time. They can make your life a lot easier, especially certain fights. Like, there's certain fights you never really want to do without ego gifts, because you don't want to do them normally. Stuff like Steam Transformer Machine, right? Fights are just kind of long, and you don't really want to bother with the gimmicks for, usually. So it's nice to have, like, ego gifts and stuff to boost your whatever status effect you're going for, in order to just shred through it. That's fine. Ring Sang is funny. He has a lot of coins, which is funny. Like, thinking through ideas, like, based on coin count and coin count alone, obviously the idea with the most coins is Rabbit Heathcliff, you know, 3 coins skill 1, 4 coins skill 2, 5 coins skill 3. You can't compete with that. But Ring Sang, if you are counting his skill 2 as having 3 coins, which it's easy enough of a conditional trigger, so I would. That means he's got a 3 coin, and a 4 coin, which is a lot. Not necessarily like the most, right? There's similar numbers on other IDs. You know, Suncliff has like a 3-4-3 split. Probably more stuff like that, right? But yeah, it's he's got a lot of funny coin stuff. True for multiple use IDs, because that's also like Pequod. I guess Pequod's skill 1 and skill 3 isn't anything too special, but Star Saying skill 2, you know, being the like only 5 coin skill we've gotten since launch, right? Depending on what you count. Because obviously Rip Space and Quick Suppression, those are the only actual 5 coin skills we have. And then you've got 2 conditionals, that being, you know, Star Saying skill 2 and Wing Beat also kind of fits in this category. I guess it's an ego, so it's weird, but it can have the most coins of anything in the game, really, if you're lucky. You can go, what, 6, 7 times? I don't actually remember how many times he goes to max. I've never seen beyond, like, 4. I've never been that lucky. Don't think I've really leaned into it too much, though. Maybe I should. Might be a good idea for something to do in the near future. Who knows? Because Ring Sang support passive in particular is really good for Wing Beat, because, you know, 1 out of these speed heals 2 SP on hit for every time negative effects on the target, max 6. Which is potentially a lot of healing. It's only 2 times per turn, but, like, It's 2 max 6, so like you heal 6 plus 9, so you can get 9 SP twice off of it. It's just a lot, right? I have to counterbalance a lot of sort of things. The enemy needs to have a bunch of debuffs, which should be easy enough most of the time, but it's certainly something. There's some other stuff that helps too. If you can get sinking going, Butler Faust passive also works for that. Wingbeat's a really weird ego. It's very cool, but it's one that I still really haven't used very much, I think. In time, though, it was the first of the multi-coin egos we ever had. Although we have a total of 3 now, but Wingbeat's the only one that does it in a really interesting way. Because both Everlasting and Contempt Off, like, could be single coins, and it really wouldn't change them that much. They didn't really do much with having multiple coins. Not that it really needs to do much with multiple coins. Contempt Off's second coin is really cool looking, don't get me wrong. Everlasting's multiple coins makes it a little easier to process what's going on, you know, one Tremor Burst, or potentially more, because, you know, funny Everlasting shenanigans. But, you know, one main Tremor Burst per coin. So it's split well in that regards. And maybe we'll get more egos that are super, like, cool with that sort of thing, right? Of course, multi-coin egos just have the big issue of... Oh, right. Multi-coin egos have the big issue of just not clashing too well, which is kind of the main thing you use egos for most of the time in, like, Mirror Dungeon Hard and stuff, right? Because, like, sometimes you just gotta clash and your base skills aren't cutting it, and that's where egos come in handy. So egos that are good for damage but aren't good for clashing, kind of in a weird spot. Especially since for Ishmael's Wingbeat especially, the trade-off is Ardor Blossom Star. Ooh. It's rough, but you're fine. Which is a really rough trade-off, because Ardor Blossom Star is really good at Uptype 4, or Threadspin 4. I think before that it's not like super insane, but Threadspin 4 makes it really good. 3 weight on Awakening, 5 weight on Corrosion. It just does a lot of damage, it does stagger damage stuff. It's got, you know, like the Mind Whip, Self-Destructive Purge, like stagger property, right? That so many Wrath Blunt attacks have. It costs a little bit of HP to use, but it's super strong. Wingbeat's probably stronger admittedly, but only if you build around it. Also, Ardor Blossom Star passive is obviously really good for Leo-ish, because for it just bunch burn. But that's kind of irrelevant. Just kind of ranting about this at this point. I don't even remember what started this conversation. I think it was, yeah, it was Ring Sang's coin count. That's what it was. Okay. Took me a minute to go back and, like, follow my train of thought to figure out how we got here. Distractions. Well, anyways, that's the first floor done. We can grab... Probably just Prejudice, yeah. Most of this isn't particularly great for us. We don't... Oh, right, we don't want E.G.O gifts. Well, we're about to go to a shop, so we can just sell it. I effectively haven't had any E.G.O gifts yet. Shh. Oh yeah, which floor are we going to? Rightmost. Okay. SEA. We have that Prejudice, but we'll get rid of it. My apologies for this, slight mistake on my part. I will do better. I just need to lock in, as the kids say. These days, back in my day, type stuff, right? Perfectly normal. Okay, crabs. We've got you for Pierce. I guess you've got some Pierce, that sort of thing, but like, that's cool. We don't particularly make the most of these guys' weaknesses. Matic Coloring is really good for us, I guess. It'll kind of shred through this guy. Being Pierce and Sloth, 2 weaknesses at once, but otherwise, really not. This isn't really a great floor for us, but it's not like the worst thing in the world, right? They're easy enough to deal with. Ryoshu has awful speed and really needs to clash, huh? To get a little bit of sanity. Yeah, that checks out. It happens. Your speed's not bad. 36, yeah. middling. Well, hopefully you can get some clashes in finally and be able to do something at that point, right? Kind of sad that your sanity's still so low. I know you lost the clash against Guido, which, you know, makes sense. It's Guido in your base ID. Kind of a rough matchup. Still. Okay, we don't quite kill all of them here, but they're all pretty low. Most of them are dead. Same pointillism kills. Okay, so there's just one alive. So we just kill him. And that should work. Nice. Love killing crabs. I should change my announcers up, maybe. Haven't changed them since Walpurgis, probably. You know, let's do that now. What are we feeling? We'll keep Heathcliff since it's still his Canto. Oops. Who else do we want, though? Let's throw Angela back on. Let's throw on, you know... do Yi-Song. Let's do Yuri. I mean, do one more. Sure, Effie's out too. Why not? Let's change things up a little bit, right? Since I haven't messed with the announcers in a few months. Kind of a random point to do this. I was just thinking about it. The empathy needs some dusting. Low usage frequency. Thank you, Angela. I think I didn't have any debuffs yet. So this isn't going to be a good skill 2 from Mirroring Saying, but that's fine. Doesn't need to be. He still managed to get a 3-coin Sanguine Pointillism off, just from inflicting random debuffs and stuff. We don't even have any ego gifts. Like, just complete randomly, he managed to get the 3-coin off. Skill, the 3-coin skill 2 on an enemy with no debuffs when he used the skill. I really wish they just went through and nerfed Ring Saying, honestly. I don't know. I don't use him too much because he's strong and stuff, but, like, his conditionals are so easy to trigger that they're, like, such nothings, right? I was going into Ring Saying expecting his conditionals to require, like, 5 or 6 debuffs, stuff like that, like, an actual, like, big amount of debuffs. To really, like, give you benefits just having a bunch of stuff stacked on an enemy. Because that seemed like a cool mechanic, but, like, 3 debuffs is all you need, he inflicts bleed naturally, so you really just need 2 other random things. And it can be basically anything. I don't know. Just kind of one of those IDs that's super strong. In a kind of meh way. Sure. To choose the non-ego gift option, just anger these abnormalities as much as possible. 60 cost. Yeah, that's cool. Some of these options I, like, never choose. Like, what happens if I remove the head from the urn? Kinda really can't imagine it being too good. Maybe it's a bunch of cost or something. It's just, yeah, 50 cost, 10 HP damage. Never really worth it, but if we don't want ego gifts, it rewards us a little bit. They should probably tell you what happens for every choice and not just only for, or almost exclusively only for the ego gift options. They'll show it for, like, level increasing options, but, like, for stuff like healing or random other buffs or debuffs that certain checks do, they don't tell you that. Which is weird. They should go back to that, like, original idea they had with Mirror Dungeon 2, where, like, it doesn't tell you what you get for choosing an option until you've chosen it at least once. It's really reward some experimentation, right? Like, you've never chosen this option before. Press it, see what it does, and then in future runs, you'll know what it does, right? Simple as that. Because if they're just going to tell you straight up what it does, it's kind of pushing for a direction where they really should just only have positive choices, right? Because there's no reason why you'd ever choose the one that just makes you lose SP and gain nothing else. Every, like, other option should have some sort of benefit to it, right? That's how I'm looking at it, at least. We'll see what they do. Mirror Dungeon 5. is going to be really interesting, because who knows what they're going to do next time. They always make a big change every Mirror Dungeon. With Mirror Dungeon 4, it was mainly the floor packs, to the point where, like, some other stuff was relatively untouched, such as... I mean, we got a lot of E.G.O gifts, I say that, but I mostly just mean the fact that we didn't get more, like, Abnos, right? More events. Which was interesting. It's good to do it, of course, just to give them more time to get the existing Abnos into the game in some form, so just keep on adding more than they can ever reasonably sustain. We can hematic coloring you, so that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? What are we feeling? I was gonna hematic coloring, but like I might want to just sun shower. That's probably a good idea. Kill a bunch of these guys, potentially. We can do like one of these, or one of these, I guess. And then everyone else just attack you. And that'll work, I think, probably. Shh. It's just nice having a Sun Shower, because they're all weak to Pierce, they're all weak to Sloth. Sun Shower does so much damage, just also buffs our Sloth this turn and next turn. So if we do hematic coloring next turn, we get, you know, the Sloth damage and power up. So that's pretty good. But yeah, this does a lot. Kind of incapacitates all the minions, or at least most of them. This guy's not quite incapacitated, but Ishmael might be able to bring him there. Not quite. Well, that's fine. We get one-sided by something random. It's not a big deal whatsoever. The shell has been broken. Daring Decision with the Sloth buff from Sun Shower is a little strong. Excited target's also getting it. Not the biggest deal, but it's something. Splatter. Okay, and you're the one who got hit by the random one-sided. Okay. Not the best person to get hit by that. You took a little bit of damage there. Whoopsies, but that's fine. Ryoshu will be fine. And we do have the 2 Sloth damage up, 1 Sloth power up hematic coloring going here. So, okay, random tails is unfortunate, but that's fine. The head has been staggered. And we should just be able to kill King Trash Crab this turn. We don't have anything super strong coming its way, but we've got enough decent attacks that it just kind of dies, I think. 8 HP left, and red kick. Cool. Good stuff. And I gotta remember, no E.G.O gift. We don't want any E.G.O gift. We refuse E.G.O gifts. Random buff, that's fine. We get more cost, for skill changes. I guess we should have done that at the last shop, huh? I kind of forgot about that entirely. I was so focused on selling the one gift and moving on, I forgot that there is other things you can do in shops. Left moves often. Dregs of the Manor. Interesting. One of these 3 hooligans. That's Josephine. Okay. Still so funny how this is just how it is. Heal everyone up just because we want to. Ryoshu and Otis both have taken a decent bit of damage, so it's nice. And just send it, yeah. Sounds good. Some of these guys. Looks good. Do a bunch of damage here. Base Ryoshu is a real interesting ID. She's got some interesting things going on. Very basic things, but things you don't really see on any other ID. Namely, like, her skill 2 does bonus damage against targets that have already been hit before, which includes by herself in her first coin, so like the second coin of her skill 2 gets the benefit of the first coin landed, right? Which is really interesting. And how her skill 3 gives her slash damage up on combat start kind of makes her like feel like she wants multiple skill slots, which is very interesting. Definitely one of the more interesting of the base ideas. Definitely one of the better ones, just because it can do decent damage. Her passive is also funny, you know. get the 3 Gluttony Resonance, then she deals more damage and takes more damage for the turn. Which is cool. Unfortunately, you know, her Gluttony skill is her skill 1, which doesn't do a lot of damage. So if she's committing to the Resonance, then she's not really going to be benefiting much from her passive, because she's not doing much damage in the first place. Give me more cost, because why not? Not much better for us to be doing. Just some of these Wuthering Heights Butlers, some of these hostile Wuthering Heights Butlers to be specific. How scary. How uncouth of them. Yeah. That's fine. Double Hermetic... Oh, no, it's not double Hermetic Coloring. I was reading that wrong. Double Sloth skill 3s, though. So a little bit of damage. And they're weak to Blunt, so Daring Decision especially is going to be tearing through these guys. This gets a stagger, though, so... some decent things. 2 tails at max sanity is kind of unfortunate, but... yeah. We'll live with it. That one's dead. Okay. And we should go do this. We do get the passive going on the brush stroke, so that's pretty cool. And we should just be able to kill them all this turn without too much of a hassle. Yeah, that one's dead. So it's just the one who wasn't staggered this turn, who is being hit by 4 random attacks, which should just be enough to kill you. Yep. Honglu finishes you off. Cool. What was it? Lead encounter next? Was it another Blunt week, though, or... yeah. So it's... just... more... Wuthering Heights Butlers? I think those are the only things that are Blunt weak in Canto 6? Yeah. Checks out. Actually, maybe, like... I guess the other Blunt weak thing in Canto 6 would be, like, the T-Corp hooligans, the 2 T-Corp... whatever they're called. Like the random homeless people you fight at the beginning of the Canto. They're also Blunt weak. I'd be appalled to find them in an elite encounter, though, so it definitely wouldn't have been them. Shh. Okay, slice and dice. We're getting some staggers here and there, some non-staggers here and there. But that's fine, it'll get balanced out. Anyone who isn't staggered this turn will be staggered next turn. And that is my promise. Pretty easy promise to make, because, I mean, logically, yeah, these guys have one very early stagger threshold across them all, so... it happens pretty frequently. Stagger plus in that one. You're very dead. Yeah. I mean, this is another case of either we kill them all or they're all basically good as dead. Some of them that are high HP might survive if they get hit by like a weak skill or something, but most of them are low HP, so that doesn't make too big of a difference. Brush strokes, yeah, this is the one that might survive, depending if they get hit by something else. They get hit by the splatter, and that kills. Okay, cool. Do they all die then? It's all up to Yi-Sang to finish them off. There's one person left and you have a skill 3 left to finish them off. Nice. Good old Annihilation. My favorite. It's gonna offer me an E.G.O gift here, but I need to refuse. I need to maintain my feelings. More events. Mimic the Cry, yeah. Nothing happens. Excellent. We don't want anything to happen. Path to gain a charge gift. What if we fail this? What happens if we fail this one? Base Faust, you go in here. You physically can't win this. Okay, everyone without envy took some damage there. Which is most of our team. Well, that's fine. Small price to not take E.G.O gift. Okay, Linton butlers, Edgar family butlers now. A little bit of variety. These guys are slash weak instead of blunt weak, wow. Which means we can slash him to death. Good job, Honglu. A precise move, indeed. Turn decision, you guys are neutral blunt, so it's at least doing something. Not quite enough to stagger that guy though, jeez. Kinda sad. That's fine then. A little bit of dodging going on, but we can handle it without too many dodges going through. That's fine. We lost a clash there. I think it was a Honglu clash. I didn't notice it until afterwards, but I saw the skulls unused at the bottom there, so... It happens. It's K-Corp Honglu loses a clash like we sleep, right? Oh no, he's gonna take, you know, 5 points of damage. Would be a shame if he didn't have a health pool of effectively 1,000, right? Like, he's been staggered, but, like, we don't really care. They can't kill him. You cannot kill him. He is the unbreaking wall, right? Immovable object. And unlike the Envy Pekatula, we're not stupid, so therefore we aren't gonna waste all Envy resources and let the passive go offline so that he can be easily killed. We're built different. We've got big human brain instead of small robot brain. And that makes all the difference. Okay, this is a 3-wave one, yeah. Expected. Hopefully this goes fine. And this is one of those fights where there is a little bit of, you know, potential issues. But I'm not that concerned. The only issues really is you take too many one-sideds in the third phase, since they give Josephine so many skill slots. If we take our time a little bit, we'll have enough skill slots to manage it, but I don't really feel like taking my time. I want to kill. I've got an insatiable thirst for bloodlust, in case you didn't know. Just, you know, a fun fact about me. Okay, Hematic Coloring gets that kill, I'm sure. Cool. Okay, a fair bit of them still alive, but we can change that. We can change anything. Wow, it's just like we can change anything. We sure do be changing anything. Inspiring. And now we're on to the second wave. Already more skill slots than we have, but that's okay. It's the next wave where that's going to be a real big issue, and also how Josephine is annoying because, you know, unstaggers self, just kind of for fun. You can get some staggers in occasionally here, though, so that'll help out. We can always try egoing. I think, unfortunately, we didn't roll Contempt Awe, I'm pretty sure, but we do have Garden of Thorns. So if we need a slash mass attack, we've got that. Yippee. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of damage in Ish, a little bit of damage in Otis. Ooh, Otis gets staggered. That's a little unfortunate, but that's fine. She shouldn't get hit by anything this next turn, probably, depending on how some speed stuff rolls up. Yeah, we can redirect that. Okay, cool. We should be fine. I guess we do, as far as slash mass attacks, we do 4th Match Flame, which isn't, you know, great weight, but it's a little bit of weight. So it could help. Well, this turn we just do whatever damage we can. Not an insane amount, but damage is damage, right? We'll accept what we can get. Didn't quite stagger that one, that's fine. Just means we can stagger it easily next turn. That one did get staggered though, so that's good.
제대로 꽂혔는데. 비뚤어졌구려. 이제야 완성되었나.
Pretty good stuff. Okay. And we just full send top row. I can probably kill them all this turn, depending on how certain things line up, of course. Don't think we've got a single skill 3 here. But that's okay, we can still do some damage. We don't quite kill them all here, I don't think. Yeah. So close, though. So painfully close. Full send bottom row, then. Just because might as well. Save our funny stuff for this turn. Where we can actually clash everything, because it's turn 8. So we don't need Aegis or anything, we're not killing enemies super fast. And we actually have as many skills left as Josephine, so this should be a breeze, yeah. The second wave was actually a scary one instead of the third wave this time. A comedic turn of events, that's for sure. Brushstroke, this will give you the 2/ damage up for your skill 1, so that's cool. You rolled tails on it, so it wasn't that cool, but... sure. Nice. Let's see what we can do against Josephine here. Chromatic coloring. Pierce resist a little rude, but you should have a bunch of random debuffs that we might be able to get 3 coin sanguine pointillism off here. You ran out of bleed, eh. Okay, you still got enough random stuff though from our sanguine pointillism itself to finish you off. Or not to finish you off, but to get the 3 coin guaranteed. You didn't get staggered there, but that's fine. Because you would have just unstaggered anyways, and we might be able to stagger you here and actually do some decent damage while you're staggered. Potentially. Issue with how much pierce stacks we have on the one person who's actually attacking you a decent bit. There's the stagger though, and we've got Molorotis coming in. To daring decision you into taking a lot of damage. Not quite dead, and you unstagger yourself, yeah. But I think we win here. Bit of a long fight, but par for the course. Par for the course. Daring decision this guy, very overkill, part of the fun. And you're all mopey with your negative 17 SP. We're gonna paint a little picture using your corpse. In clashing reissue fashion. Rose Greg, does Rose Greg get the kill? Not quite. Ish gets kill, and there we go, cool. On to the final floor. We don't want any of these lame ego gifts. Who do you think we are? Ego gifts? Psh. I'm not some sort of ego gift using plebeian. Which floor are we going for final floor? Rightmost option. Okay. Santada or Steam Transport Machine? 3-wave fight or Steam Transport Machine? Steam Transport Machine it is. Okay. Well then. Get Otis on our daring decision. That'll be fun. And we just top path it, probably. Yeah, looks good. I'm pretty sure we could just lose a bunch of HP and SP for this option. Yeah. I think I've done that one before. Some of us are actually, though, I should have gotten the group heal. Jeez. Underestimate how much having stuff like Homeward and the like has helped me out in the past, preventing my people from all dying a horrible death. That's fine. We'll ignore the one who's countering here. Because, like, there's not really much of a reason to worry, I don't think. Saying pointillism immediately, potentially get a bunch of random debuffs. No, not quite, darn. That's fine. Manager Gnome takes a lot of decent bit of damage here. And I think we kill the bottom one with Ryoshu. It looks like it. Splatter should finish the job. Yeah, cool. And Intergate Elbow Strike could potentially stagger or something? Not quite. That's fine. It's already one enemy dead, so... already looking good. Sure, roll with that. Random attacks, but part of the fun. We need some SP up on some of our people, so bad clashes. It makes sense. The 16 SP loss from 400 roses. Bit rude, but it's okay. It's just this one Leafy Gnome left who's getting a Daring Decision right now, so a little bit of damage. They're Sloth resistant, so not a lot, but I think the burn staggered that guy, so that's cool. You've got another Daring Decision, and now you... I mean, you still are Sloth resistant, but now you're Blunt weak, so you take some damage, but still 6 HP. Okay. Thank you, Honglu, for cleaning up my mistakes. Pierce weak, elite encounter, on poise floor, so quad down, yeah. We're actually doing pretty fine here. Yeah, neutral on you, that's okay. Favored on you, you're probably gonna lose this clash. That's fine. I've accepted that that's, you know, fairly likely. And so we press on, using that knowledge and just kind of ignoring it entirely. As you should. Okay, Ish pulled through on hers, so that's pretty cool. Gregor got staggered. It happens. We're just gonna have you E.G.O. You know, we'll Capote. Simply because neither of these are gonna do a lot of damage, and Capote at least it's 2 people, so it's a little better. As long as Yi-Sung rolls well, he should be able to do this. Nice. And this does some good damage here because, you know, Pierce weak. Capote actually finishes that guy off, doesn't it? I'll take it. Blunt resist. Daring Decision is still some damage, though. You have 63 is some damage. Cannot be denied. Okay. Nice evade. I guess I've been owned. This evade I'm not owned by, so that's good. Capote's always been really funny to me because of how, like... it can be hard to tell, but, like, she's just... with the cape, she's, like, dropping, like, a bunch of her, like, default LCB, like, mace weapon onto the enemies. Which is a pretty cool touch. Some neutrals, some favorites and stuff. Live a little, though, right? Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have lived a little. Maybe I lived a little too much. Okay, Rosepinner Gregor has lived a little too much, and is almost dead because of it. You know, sometimes you can live too much. Well, you're not gonna die here. That's fine. You know what they say, live a little. Like, sure, you're gonna lose that clash, but, like, you're K-Corp Honglu. What are they gonna do? Deal, like, 5 damage to you? You're Pierce resistant, too, so, like, you're gonna be fine. Probably. Otis is taking some damage, too, but, like, that's fine. Live a little, right? Just gotta live a little. Cool. Another stagger. That's nice. And we just gotta kill you. Yi-Sung, finish the job. There we go. Cool. Easy fight, no casualties. Wasn't even close. We don't want your curriculum vitae. Who do you think we are? Deep sigh. We can fail this check to get a bunch of healing, can't we? So we're gonna put it on someone who isn't part of our team because we don't need healing. We're perfectly fine.
이런 걸 바란 게 아니야.
Mariachi Sinclair gets the healing because he's the GOAT. Oh, this isn't good. Well, that's fine. This is what, 20 damage on everyone? Gregor, you know, live a little. Oh no, 30 SP. Okay, it's not any physical damage. Well, that's still all it's still pretty bad for us. We might have Holiday? Do we have Holiday?
부상 없이 나오는 게 최고야.
Yes. Cool. You know what? Live a little. It's a neutral. But like I'm saying, sometimes you gotta live a little. We're throwing the Holiday out simply just for the little bit of SP healing we can get from it. It's a little bit nice. Okay. I think Gregor's lived a little too much. It's how you would have wanted to go out. He's mumbling about something, probably about how, you know, he may have died, but I mean, he died how he lived. Living. I don't have a good punchline there. Hate to break it to you. We're pulling through still. Everything's still going swimmingly. This is a 10 sanity daring decision. This is not looking great. Ooh boy. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. We're living a little. We're living a little, and we're also learning a little, right? We can just solo with K-Corp Hunglu if things get too bad. I'm not gonna ego this fight. I've already... I should probably ego. I really should probably ego. This is a Pierce ego, so it'll do some damage. So that's pretty cool. Do like that so it hits 2 people. Yeah, sure. We'll pull this out for the Lust Res. Yeah, yeah, this works. This works. Lust Res might save us. Okay. Looking good. Mo Pu A Ri. That's also, you know, 1 fragile next turn. And, you know, we're actually getting the attack weight on Efres Corrosion. Because we're low HP. So that's cool. And we can just kill all these guys this turn. That's unfortunate. Shame there's nothing we can do about it. Honglu survives. Otis does not. There wasn't any solution, unfortunately. We couldn't like ego or anything. It was destined to happen, and sometimes you gotta let destiny go through. Sometimes you just gotta live a little. There's our win though, so that's cool. Final shop time. We can get another skill change if we want, since our only other skill change was for Otis, who is dead. I'm gonna get an Ishmael skill change, that's cool. That's pretty cool. We could heal up if we wanted to, but I don't think we need to. I think we're fine. We've still got these 4, who... It's a pretty solid team, honestly. It's Steam Transport Machine, like, what could go wrong? It's Steam Transport Machine. More like Steam... Transport... Machine. Okay, don't really want you getting hit too much. So let's clash that. Sure, this looks good. Okay. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. You'll live with it. Energate Elbow Strike would be really... This guy's weak to both Blunt and Envy. It would be really nice if this actually landed all 4 coins, but I guess, you know, gotta settle with what you get. You debuff yourself with Fragile, so that's pretty convenient for Yi-Song's sake. Okay, we're winning some Clash and getting our Sandy up a little bit, though, so that's cool. You've got your 2 skill slots, you've got the aggro, so almost everything is going for you now, so that's nice. Is that the Steam Blaster? It is, okay. Well, we want to redirect the Steam Blaster, I think. And then... we just get some one-sides in, probably. Sounds good. Everything else is going for Honglu, so that's fine. Honglu's got a bunch of paralysis this turn, so like there's no reason bothering clashing because it's not going to do anything. Yeah, hit Honglu all you want, it's not doing a lot for you. This is how it feels. We're giving Transformer Machine a taste of its own medicine, right? This is how it feels to be up against a super tanky, unmoving wall. You don't like it now, do ya? Yeah. This is what we've had to go through with you. You do build up accumulated past a little bit fast. That's okay. Who's that going for? It's going for you. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, this one. Okay, cool. Looks good. We can potentially win some clashes here. Would be nice. Do some damage. You've got more paralysis, so you can't win any clashes, but you can pretend. Stagger the body, so that's good. I guess not great because we kind of wanted to clash a little bit, but it's fine. Steam Blaster's down, so now we just gotta go all in on the body. And that's all we can do for the rest of this fight. As long as it takes. Maybe we can get some bleed going. It's actually decent right now. If we can keep on stacking bleed count, it's doable. Don't quite break the body here. That's good. Means we can still keep on doing decent damage for at least a little bit longer. You don't have too many coins. You don't run out of bleed this turn. Okay. Interesting ideas. Interesting ideas. Send that. We're just kind of throwing random stuff at you. You'll take some bleed damage. Not the most insane amount, but it's something. We'll get some bleed count going. It's enough that you're not running out of bleed this turn or anything. There goes the body. You're taking decent damage this turn at least, so that's cool. You almost die. I don't know if you quite die to this. Not quite, but you should just bleed to death here. So that's nice. Just do something like this, and we should win. We threw a little bit at the end there, but it was kind of intentional because I felt like throwing. Because sometimes it be like that. And there we go. Ringsang Gaming. Clean victory. No ally deaths in the final boss, at least. Some before then, maybe, but none in the final boss itself. Otis only took 158 damage. Like, that's not too much. Gregor only took 155. That's not too much. Yeah, that's less damage taken than the amount of HP they had, so... I guess they died because of the HP damage they took from Abno events? If we didn't have any source of healing, then yeah, it would make sense. We did go for a lot of bad options on Abnos and took a lot of HP damage for it, so... Abno events were the nail in the coffin. Hmm? Oh, I didn't claim these today. Okay. That happens sometimes, I guess. I do have some paid lunacy, so we can do daily polls once again. We love daily polls. We love getting 9 shards. Okay. What do we get here? Ooh, 3 more shards. And then finally, to complete our 9 shard trifecta. Would you look at that? It's another 1-star. 9 shard kind of day. Yeah, sometimes you just need a nonsense run. Really think I need to do more stuff with the randomizer. I think it might be starting to get a little stale. Maybe I need to get some more improvements going, some new features, that sort of thing. Keep it, fresh. We'll see, though. I say that and I'll probably never get around to it, knowing me. Anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!